ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hannah Wellstein, and welcome to the 2019-2020 Preston Athletics Banquet. This year, we have had some challenges, but we are happy to be celebrating all athletic achievements this year.
That's for sure, Anna. Hi, I'm Cameron Widiak, and I am super excited to be a part of PHS's first athletic banquet online. Tonight, we will have a number of athletic council members reporting on the past year achievements. Athletics teach us many powerful lessons about how to live our lives. We learn teamwork, commitment, how to set goals, and how to win with class and lose with dignity. Many of the challenges we overcame in sport make us stronger, and in our lives make us better people. This past year was no exception.
Tonight is a time for remembering and celebrating the 2019-2020 athletic year. It is a time for coaches, parents, and students to recognize the contributions they've had and made towards PHS athletics. It is also a time to reward some outstanding performers and say goodbye to our graduating athletes and departing coaches. It is also an opportunity for students to thank one another and their coaches for the time, effort, and dedication to make a great Preston athletic year.
We encourage you to text, FaceTime, Zoom, or whatever you can with your friends and teammates as we celebrate this year. Your coaches are so proud of you for your efforts these past few months to flatten the curve. So sit back, relax, and to enjoy tonight's banquet from the comfort of your own home. Please join PHS's own musical talents for the singing of O Canada and the land acknowledgement.
Please stand for the territorial acknowledgement and the playing of O Canada. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather today is the land traditionally used by the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Neutral people. We also acknowledge the enduring presence and deep traditional knowledge, laws, and philosophies of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This half hour with more on how the coronavirus is impacting the sports world. New announcements overnight of events being postponed or canceled, and young athletes robbed of their chances to shine.
COVID-19, coronavirus, global pandemic. I'm sure you've all heard of all this by now. This global crisis that the world has been facing has impacted our daily lives in ways that we could have never thought of. For many of us attending this virtual banquet, COVID-19 has taken away the one thing that many of us live for and look forward to on a daily basis, and that is our sports and athletics. On the more national and international scale, this has resulted in nearly all forms of professional sport coming to an abrupt pause. It all began on or around March 12th when the National Basketball Association announced that they will be pausing their season until further notice after their first player tested positive for COVID-19.
Of course, in the news, the sports world definitely feeling the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The NBA has pressed the pause button on the season until further notice. This after a player from Utah tested positive for COVID-19.
Following the announcement, it was a domino effect on the rest of the sporting world, with the National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, many major soccer leagues, and arguably the most devastating for athletes across the world, the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympic Games.
2020 Summer Olympics, now the latest major sports cancellation caused by the global COVID-19 pandemic.
Once we all heard the first announcement regarding the NBA, we all knew that it was just a matter of days.
Hey guys, Gus and I here, practicing our social distancing. It sucks not to be playing right now, but this is bigger than hockey at this point. Hopefully we can get back on the ice soon, but I want everybody to stay safe and make sure you sanitize, wash your hands, and stay indoors.
Hey everyone, Peter here. Hopefully everyone's doing good and staying healthy. It sucks that we can't play hockey now, but health comes first. And this thing is bigger than hockey, so it's important that everyone's doing their own part by washing their hands. If you're not feeling well, stay home.
Hey Canucks fans, it's Adam and Michaela here. Just wanted to make sure everybody's staying safe out there and taking care of yourselves and helping out others. We've been up to nothing much in this quarantine, just playing some board games and binge watching some movies.
Hey Canucks fans, hope everybody's staying safe, staying indoors for the most part. Today we're getting some fresh air out here on the seawall.
We all knew that it was just a matter of days, or even hours, before the minor sports world would also come to its unfortunate end, or not even be able to start. That meant hockey seasons that were right in the thick of playoffs, rugby, soccer, track and field seasons about to start, all to that a sudden end without any warning. For many seniors, that means unfinished business, no chance at those personal milestones, no chance at regional, provincial, or even national championships, and much, much more. This is what life has now been like for the past few months, which at times feels like an eternity. Sports and athletics, for many, are a way of life. They are a way to escape the everyday things that we all go through, like school, work, life at home, etc. Sports are something that bring us all together to learn endless amounts of life lessons, create special bonds, and have a great time doing some of the things that we love. Whether that is playing rugby, golf, working out, or any of the many activities that we all love to do. Regardless of what has gone on, sports are not going anywhere. When we are back to what will now be the new normal, sports and athletics will be so much more important. It will bring us all back together, doing the things that we have always loved to do, and we will reflect on the past memories that we have all had, while also creating new memories and experiences that we will cherish and remember forever. I urge all of you fantastic athletes that represent our Preston Jungle not to let what has happened in these past few months stop you from doing the things that you love. In uncertain and challenging times like these, we do sometimes have to take a step back to get 2 steps forward.
What's up, 433? With the coronavirus outbreak, it's very important that we're all staying at home. With that being said, we've created the Stay at Home Challenge. So, in this challenge, you're to be washing your hands for 20 seconds while juggling the ball. Let's see if you can do it. So, got my soap, 2 scoops, water on, water off, hands nice and soapy, and let's go.
Now, let's move on and celebrate the amazing things that all of us Panthers have accomplished over this short yet action-packed athletic year.
Who would have seen this coming? I do not think that anyone's seen this situation approaching. When the board extended our March break, I was like, okay, that's kind of nice. We have 2 extra weeks after March break. I never envisioned our spring sports seasons to be so impacted.
You're right, Hannah. No one saw this coming. Being senior athletes and losing our best sport, rugby, has been hard, but Panthers, we are all in this for the greater good. Does that mean it doesn't suck? Of course not. Would we all rather be in the PHS CAF together right now celebrating a great year? Of course. But we have to look at this as we are living a part of what will be a major event in world history.
It's okay, Panthers, to be sad at what we are missing. But tonight we are here to celebrate Panther Pride. We are so pumped that you have tuned in to tonight's banquet. We are now going to turn it over to Olivia and Megan.
Panthers, it is time to reflect on the fall 2019 season. This season will hold many great memories for athletes and Panthers in general. There was the Harvest Bowl, where our very own Preston football team beat the Gulf Ghosts in front of a large crowd. I don't know.
That was a great game, Olivia. Definitely a highlight of the fall. This season was Ultimate Frisbee's first time playing in the fall. Our Ultimate team played hard at Quassa but fell short. On the other hand, our girls and boys volleyball teams both played hard all season long, and we look forward to next year.
Thanks, Megan, for that update. There were a few other highlights this season. These include the girls' field hockey team making it to playoffs for the first time in a few years. Caleb Katar represented Preston for senior tennis at Quassa, and the golf team represented Preston at Quassa as well.
Another highlight of the fall was the senior football team versus the field hockey team game. This new tradition is now tied at 1-1 as the girls took the win this year. It is now time to celebrate our fall season and award team awards. Please join Mr. Ritchie and Miss Campbell as they present the awards.
The nominees for MVP for junior boys volleyball are Owen Kovac, Dawson Fallows, and Stewie Jones. And the MVP goes to Dawson Fallows. Coach's Award for junior boys volleyball goes to Owen Kovac. The nominees for senior boys volleyball are Evan Kritz, Blake Meyer, and Brad Schaefer. And the MVP goes to Evan Kritz. Coach's Award for senior boys volleyball goes to Brad Schaefer.
Junior girls basketball MVP nominees are Jasneet Sandhu, Maya Spoelstra, and Mackenzie Levine. The award goes to Jasneet Sandhu. This year's Junior Girls Basketball Coaches Award goes to Natalie Kiopenka. Your Senior Girls Basketball MVP nominees are Sydney Brooks, Addie Letty, and Claire Chang. Your award winners are Sydney Brooks and Addie Letty. This year's Senior Girls Basketball Coaches Award goes to Haley Duggan.
Cross country female MVP nominations are Megan Bennett, Hannah Milisevich, and Amelia Reiner. And the MVP goes to Megan Bennett. Cross country male MVP nominees are Ethan Bennett, Tyrus Northcott, and Brian Shaughnessy. The MVP goes to Ethan Bennett. Rookie Award for cross country goes to Tyrus Northcott.
Your girls field hockey MVP nominees are Megan Hayes, Ellie Peters, and Haley Simonowski. And this year's award goes to Ellie Peters. The girls field hockey coaches award goes to Haley Simonowski. The girls field hockey rookie of the year award goes to Kaylee Smith.
Senior tennis MVP nominees are Ange Jackarin, Olivia Buchanan, and Caleb Katar. And the MVP goes to Caleb Katar. Coach's Award for senior tennis goes to Brad Schaefer.
This year's golf MVP nominees are Justin George, Brett House, and Aiden Joyce. This year's award winner is Aiden Joyce. And the Coach's Award for golf goes to Brett House. Your Ultimate Male MVP winner is Brad Schaefer. And the Ultimate Female MVP winner is Haley Duggan.
Junior football MVP nominees are Owen Getz, Osed Ershad, and Seth Lays. And the MVP goes to Osed Ershad. Junior Football Coaches Award winner is Alec Vandevelt. Top Rookie Evan Jarvis. Top offensive player for junior football is Owen Getz. Junior football top lineman, Alex Vokey. Junior football top defensive player, Seth Lays.
Your senior football MVP nominees are Connor Peterman, Isaac Tchaikovsky, and Cam Woodyek. And the award for senior football MVP goes to Connor Peterman. This year's Senior Football Coaches Award goes to Cam Woodyek. The Senior Football Top Defensive Player Award goes to Justin Meadus. The Senior Football Lineman of the Year Award goes to Taj Matharu.
Congratulations to our Fall Sport Award winners. To all our fall athletes and coaches, thank you for an amazing season. It is now time to honor some individual contributions to Panther athletics.
We will be awarding the Junior Athletes Award first. This award looks at the athlete's 2-year contribution to Panther athletics. All of the candidates are amazing athletes, and we are proud to call them Preston Panthers. Mrs. Campbell will present the junior female athlete, followed by Mr. Freeman to present the junior male athlete.
Your nominees for Junior Female Athlete of the Year are all outstanding. They have all dedicated the past 2 years of their time to PHS in a number of sports. Megan Bennett participated in field hockey, ice hockey, soccer, and this year cross country and ultimate. Liz Clayton participated in ice hockey, soccer, and this year she took up field hockey. Ashley DeMars participated in field hockey, ice hockey, and rugby. And Jasneet Sandhu played on junior basketball, junior volleyball, and soccer. All 4 of these young female athletes represent PHS so well in their respective sports, and we are excited as coaches to see where the years take them in Panther athletics. This year's junior athlete is someone I have had the pleasure to coach and get to know as a person both on and off the field. She has demonstrated many skills that a coach desires to have in an athlete: determination, dedication, a team player, grit, and a ton of humor. Ashley DeMars is all of this and more. I first got to know Ashley last year in the winter. I remember being at Parents' Night and Hanson telling me we had to get the DeMars girl to come out and play rugby. For those of you who know Ashley, she's pretty laid back and often doesn't give much away by the look of her appearance. Well, last year in rugby, Ashley took the critical position of the 8-man. She was so coachable and picked up the sport right away. Honestly, DeMars and rugby are a match made in heaven. She became a starter for us right at the beginning of the season and was a force on the field. Many times I had opponents tell me they couldn't believe she was a first-year player. She would make critical tackles and ran the ball with grit. I'm so excited to see where the next couple of years take you in this sport. In field hockey, I also had the pleasure to coach Ashley. She was a solid center defender when we needed. She rarely was fazed by tough teams and often used her strength to send the ball up the field to her teammates. Coach Hubhley describes her as a hardworking, dedicated athlete who, if she was on the field, she would give it everything she's got. DeMars was not just an important player on the field. She was also an amazing teammate. She would often be found making her teammates laugh off a tough play or make jokes on the sideline. She also became a regular visitor to my classrooms postseason, as I think we missed each other. In ice hockey, Coach Delafreni described Ashley as someone who would show up to practice and give it everything she got. She was so determined she even broke her blade holder at one practice, and she would continue to try to keep doing the drills, and every time her blade would pop out and she would skid out and go flying. She would make sure, though, to always find the fun, even if it was during tournaments making terrible TikTok videos, which I've seen, which are usually pretty bad. Her physicality made her a great defender because she would just muscle people out of the way. She's also a snipe show waiting to happen from the point with a hard shot. Ashley has everything you want in an athlete and more. I'm so honored to present the 2019-2020 Junior Girls Athlete Award to Ashley DeMars. Congratulations, kiddo.
It is an honor to be able to present the award for Junior Athlete of the Year.
I'd like to start out by congratulating all graduating athletes. Although the spring season didn't go as planned, you should all be proud of your contributions to Panthers athletics throughout the years. You will be missed. This junior athlete group has many great athletes, and the 3 nominated Dawson Fellows, Jeremy Janak, and Owen Getz, all excelled in multiple sports throughout their first 2 years here at Preston. This year's winner played a big role in both teams he played for. He was quarterback of the junior football team and forward for the hockey team. The junior athlete of the year is Owen Getz. He started this year on the football team, where he won the award for top offensive player. His coaches called him hardworking, positive, and encouraging. As the coach of the senior football team, what impressed me most was his dedication to becoming better. He was always the last to leave the field and always was working on skills to improve his game. I believe that attitude was one of the main reasons why Owen constantly improved as the year went on. This winter, I coached Owen in hockey. Being the youngest skater on a team and playing against guys 3 years older than him can be a very tough task for any grade 10. Early on, the thing I noticed most about him was he was always prepared to learn and was constantly getting better. He was a big part of the team that won the Norwell tournament and finished in the top half of the standings. As a coach, he went from a young grade 10 to a guy that I could count on shift after shift. I still remember his first goal. He shot it through about 4 guys on the way to the top corner, and that goal, along with some others, were huge for us throughout the year. Congrats, Owen, on your well-deserved honor, and I look forward to getting back to work with you as soon as we can. Thanks.
All our junior candidates are amazing, and congratulations to the 2 winners. We can't wait to watch you all develop as seniors in the coming years. Ms. Jones will now present the McCash Award to a graduating athlete who has contributed to Preston athletics in the past 4 years.
The McCash Scholarship Award is an award that goes to an athlete with outstanding contribution to athletics at Preston High School. The award winner for the McCash Scholarship Award 2019-2020 is Hannah Wilsteed.
Thank you, Mrs. Jones, for presenting the McCash Award. We will now be awarding the School Spirit Award. The School Spirit Award is given to a student who has done an outstanding job of promoting school spirit and truly represents what it means to be a Preston Panther. It will be presented by Ms. Hiscott and Mrs. Jones.
Our next award winner is for School Spirit Award 2019-2020. When I recently sent out an email to the PHS teaching and coaching staff about our recipient for this award, I received lots of feedback. As I read through the messages, I started to feel a bit emotional as I realized that our candidate is so full of qualities and traits that most definitely will be missed by many here at PHS. Comments that I received from teachers/coaches include: always enthusiastic and positive, essential to the morale of every team she joined. She would raise the energy level in the group and bring everyone together. She might be one of the most responsible and professional students that I've ever worked with. She demonstrated strong leadership in all aspects of school life. So many times I have watched her welcome new and vulnerable students to PHS and take on the role of being an ambassador. She is caring, supportive, thoughtful, and engaging. She has brought so much energy and warmth to our school community. She has an incredible smile and overall likability from everyone. The student athlete volunteered to put together both the program and the video for the athletic banquet last year. This required hours and hours of work, equivalent to the job that 2 to 3 teachers used to do. She cheerfully took on this mammoth task and nailed it. She has an uncommon drive, coupled with artistic talent and a gregarious personality. She is always there to step up and promote PHS. My favorite thing about our Spirit Award winner is her ability not to take herself too seriously and to laugh at herself. This is an amazing quality. Not sure I can say enough about how she steps up to support and offer what she can do in any activity. She's so incredibly responsible, and she desires greatly to be supportive and to understand people so that she can advocate for them. For example, the video she made with Nate was amazing. The way she engaged with him, her willingness to learn, and her ideas about inclusion showed the spirit of a great community leader. As a member of SAC, she would always pump up the events and assemblies. She did most of the videos for the assemblies. She was running the PHS social media accounts and had one of the best overall videos at the Ontario Student Leadership Conference this year. At this conference, she was selected to be a spirit leader for the weekend and led thousands of students through the event. She has been a dream leader. She doesn't do anything for the recognition. She does it because she loves Preston. This young lady bleeds maroon and gray.
Our winner this year has been a member of 14 teams during her career at PHS, an impressive accomplishment that few others can claim. Basketball, field hockey, volleyball, soccer, ultimate frisbee, tennis. This is an incredible commitment to Panther athletics in and of itself. But this athlete was not merely a member of a team or a number in the lineup. On the field or court, she was always a supportive teammate who was aware of her abilities and always put the goals of the team ahead of her own. We over me. Her signature laugh and eternal positive attitude was present on every team from grade 9 to 12. All of her coaches agree this is one of, if not, the greatest skills she brings to a team. She would take on any role assigned to her, eager to learn the specifics of the position, willing to play wherever needed for the betterment of the team. Again, a quality highly coveted by any coach. Off the field of play, she was just as enthusiastic, taking pictures and videos of her teammates, capturing defining team moments. Most of you have seen her handiwork at her spirit assemblies. Always an enthusiastic cheerleader, her creative and memorable cheers could be heard from the sidelines, regardless of the score. A bright light, as one of her coaches put it. Overall, our Spirit Award winner has embodied the true definition of the word spirit over her athletic career at PHS. I am sure you have all guessed by now who our PHS Spirit Award winner is for 2019-2020. We would like to congratulate Angeli Jakerin.
And we know that there will be a huge hole felt when you leave this school, but we also know that you are going to do so many amazing things in your life. And we will get to look back and say that we knew you as a student and an athlete here at PHS.
Congratulations, Ange.
Congratulations to our School Spirit Award winner. I could not think of a better representation of PHS. We will now be moving on to the second set of awards for the night. Our winter season has its up and downs, along with the interruptions, but our teams motivated themselves and pushed through to show PHS pride.
Our winter teams put forth some great efforts and worked hard to rebuild. Our rookies came in strong for the junior girls volleyball team. Our senior boys competed deep into the playoffs, and our boys hockey team won the Palmerston tournament. On top of all of that, our winter season had some of its own highlights right within our school, from staff versus student hockey practices to ultimate frisbee intramurals. The students stripped the title this year for the staff versus student game.
That's right, Ashley. The students took the crown for the first time in a while. We'll now be taking some time to recognize the Winter Teams Award winners.
Please join Miss Hiscott and Mrs. Jones as they present the team awards.
We're going to start with the Junior Girls Volleyball MVP nominations. The three MVPs nominated are Victoria Josefova, Paige Owen, and Jasneet Sanju. The award winner for MVP is Paige Owen. The Junior Girls Volleyball Coaches Award goes to Maddie Gooding. For Senior Girls Volleyball, the MVP nominations are Maggie Claus, Peyton Mackey, and Ella Woolcott. The award winner for MVP is Maggie Claus. The Coaches Award for Senior Girls Volleyball goes to Emily Migar.
The Junior Boys Basketball MVP nominees are Quinn Applebeck, Wesley Highfield, and Amar Malik. And the winner is Quinn Applebeck. The Junior Boys Basketball Coaches Award goes to Wesley Highfield. The senior boys basketball MVP nominees are Yuvraj Kuner, Saif Abu Mustafa, and Damian Kudzla. And the winner is Yuvraj Kuner. The Coaches Award goes to Colin Matthews.
Curling Senior Mixed MVP Award will go to Aiden McClellan. The Curling Girls MVP winner goes to Haley Rust.
The Girls Hockey MVP nominees are Haley Duggan, Emlyn Fudge, and Haley Simonowski. And the winner is Haley Duggan. The Coaches Award goes to Haley Simonowski. And the Girls Hockey Rookie Award goes to April Reiner.
Boys Hockey MVP nominations: Bennett Isley, Tyler McGilvery, and Owen Van Sickle. The award winner for MVP Boys Hockey is Bennett Isley. The Boys Hockey Coaches Award goes to Bradley Schaefer.
The Alpine Ski MVP is Bennett Isley.
Congratulations to all of our Winter Award winners. What a great season we had, and we truly look forward to next year.
As athletes, we know that managers play a very important role on the team. Whether that's making sure that the med kit is packed or being a linesman for every game, we would like to take the time to thank and appreciate all of this year's managers.
Our next award is the Unsung Hero Award. It is named after Mr. Bob Pagan, who was a former head of physical education here at PHS. This award was created in his honor to recognize a student who has made a significant contribution to the athletic program, but who may not have had all this contribution recognized by MVP awards. This will be presented by Mr. Ritchie.
Hi Panthers, I have the honor of presenting this year's Unsung Hero Award. The Unsung Hero Award is given to a student who has shown great commitment and dedication to PHS athletics without seeking recognition. This statement couldn't sum up Brad Schaefer's career at PHS more. Brad played a variety of sports over his career at PHS: volleyball, hockey, badminton, slow pitch, tennis, and ultimate frisbee. And although these sports are all different, the comments from his coaches remain the same. Brad is always positive, someone who his teammates admire, and he is a pleasure to coach. It is impossible to show up to a game or practice and not see Brad smiling. He truly loves to play sports, and what is so underrated is the impact this has on his teammates. He is always encouraging those around him, and his positivity is contagious. This can be rallying the team and getting everyone pumped up when needed, or it can be a calming influence in a stressful situation. Morale and momentum are so important in sports, but are never put on a score sheet. His approach to athletics is admired by his teammates. In large part, this is due to Brad's abilities in any sport he is playing without showing an ounce of arrogance. Brad is a natural leader and is always willing to help others, be it as more of a coach helping younger players with skill or strategy, or as a confidant helping someone with the mental side of the game. A closing point from every one of Brad Schaefer's coaches is how much of a pleasure he is to coach. He is the guy who helps with equipment without being asked, always says thank you at the end of every practice or game, gives us all to help the team without seeking any recognition, and just makes going to practice or games fun to be around. Having had the pleasure to coach Brad for 4 years in volleyball, I have seen how important he is to a team and how he has not always received the recognition he deserves. This year throughout the season, he started at right side, middle, and setter due to various injuries. These positions couldn't be any more different. He did whatever we needed, and his versatility was invaluable. As we were getting late in the season, I started thinking how Brad was deserving of finishing his volleyball career in the position he enjoys most. So one day at practice, I asked him what his favorite position is. He just smiled and said, "It doesn't matter, whatever the team needs." I would like to offer Brad Schaefer a big congratulations on winning the Unsung Hero Award.
Congratulations to our Unsung Hero. We're now going to take a quick break from the awards and relive this past year in Panther athletics. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our highlight video.
Come on.
The highlight video is always one of my favorite parts of the night. We'd like to thank Ange for putting this year's video together, and the link will be shared with everyone at the end of the evening so you can watch it as many times as you want.
I agree, Laura. I also enjoy the highlight video. It is now time to hand out our final awards of the night. It will begin with the Colin Hood OFSA Awards, which will be presented by Mr. Hartley.
The Colin Hood OFSA School Sport Award is named after retired OFSA Executive Director Colin Hood. During his time at OFSA, Colin set national precedents through his relentless dedication to school sport, developing all-inclusive OFSA programs, as well as promoting and developing the high school athlete in this province. He is considered a true leader and role model in both the educational and sports sectors. The Colin Hood Award is given out annually to one graduating male and female student athlete who, throughout their high school career, have been committed to the success of school sport at their school and within their association. And this year, we are pleased to announce our winners of the Colin Hood OFSA School Sport Award are Kieran Tilley and Haley Duggan. Congratulations, you two.
Congratulations to our Colin Hood Award winners. The Hartley Award for Athletic Excellence is named after longtime PHS teacher and coach, Mr. Bill Hartley. It is given out to students who have accumulated at least 11 athletic points after 4 years or 13 athletic points over 5 years. Tonight, the award will be presented by Mr. Freeman.
2019-2020 Hadley Award winners: Jacob Brooks, Maggie Claus, Emmeline Fudge, Ange Jakaran, Karishma Prasad, Kelly Teichel, and Cam Whittick.
It is now time for the final two major awards of the night. We'll start with the Graduating Female Athlete of the Year, who was renamed a Buckley in 2005. Its name reflects the values of former female head of physical education, Ms. Wendy Buckley, and will be presented by Ms. Delafreni.
This year's award for Female Graduating Athlete carries some fierce competition, and all three of these wonderful athletes deserve a lot of recognition for their involvement in PHS athletics throughout their high school careers. Maggie, Haley, and Haley have all demonstrated passion, drive, and athletic prowess during their sports careers and wear their Preston Panthers uniforms with pride. However, there can only be one female graduating athlete of the year, and I am proud to present this award to Haley Simonowski. Haley is an exceptional athlete and a rare gem to find on any team that was lucky enough to have her. Throughout her high school career, she was a standout member of the field hockey, hockey, and softball teams. She was what great players, leaders, and team captains are made of. She defied all expectations of her coaches by not only having high grades, playing a rep sport, and having a part-time job, but showing up every single day ready to represent Preston on the pitch, the ice, and the diamond to the best of her ability and leaving nothing behind. You can't help but notice Haley on any team that she is on. She is the ultimate hype-up person for her teammates, supporting them and letting her spirit shine through her leadership position, showing that not only can you support your team by being a good athlete, but also by holding others up around you. With Haley in mind, I'd love to be able to turn this into a roast because along with her amazing athletic ability, she is also one of the most accident-prone and entertaining people that I've ever had the pleasure of teaching and coaching. But after talking to the rest of her coaches over the years, we've all found so much joy in these Haleyisms and what she has brought to each and every team that I just can't do it. But my goodness, Haley, if you don't learn how to mold a mouthguard properly, I don't think any of us will be able to look at you with the same amount of respect again. You'd think someone involved in both field hockey and ice hockey could mold a mouthguard properly. But again, Haley defies all expectations. Throughout field hockey, she demonstrated that she was hardworking, dedicated, and coachable. She is often found and thought of as the glue that held the team together. She is a rare find of a player who is fast, plays reverse stick, and has become a sniper in the circle. Even though she is often loud and chatty before a game, once she was on the field, she would ensure that everyone was level-headed and focused on the game in front of them so that everyone, including herself, could have a great game. That's what Haley does. She brings others up with her. In softball, she was a fierce competitor and would never give up. She was an excellent role model with her attitude, perseverance, and embracing of all teammates. She was a huge part of these softball teams and always brought 100% to every game. She was an amazing fielder, probably better than any fielder in the league last year, and she would literally put her body on the line to dive for every single ball around her to make some amazing catches that others simply would have missed. In hockey, she is one of the most versatile players on the team and can play both forward and defense positions, depending on what was needed for the game. She was fast, determined, and could score a goal in clutch moments. She grew to be an amazing leader for her team over the years. She made a huge difference on the ice, bench, and change rooms because of her music choices and her ability to advocate for and encourage others to be the best that they could be. I actually don't think Elmsley or I ever named her captain because it was just a given that this was her role, regardless of the title or not. She has an incredible mental toughness and she holds the bar very high for herself and is that level of personal accountability that has led her teammates to respect and follow her. On top of being mentally tough though, she is tenacious and physically tough. And due to her skills, she was often double teamed and battered on her full ice rushes. Others would crumble at being targeted, but it only strengthened her resolve, and she would shake off the pain with a laugh, try again, and usually score. She was a great hockey player and an even better leader. Haley has won many athletic awards over the years at Preston, and all of them showcase that her skill and spirit in athletics is something that we are all striving for as athletes, but she has been lucky enough to find. Her enthusiasm for sports and the ability to make others, both players and coaches, feel part of something more has been an amazing asset to her teams. She has left each and every one of her teams at Preston better by being on it and truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. So all that is left to say is thank you, Haley, for all of your hard work over the years, and congratulations on being 2019-20's Graduating Athlete of the Year.
In 2006, we also renamed our Graduating Male Athlete of the Year award to the Martino, after longtime PHS male phys ed head Mr. Joe Martino. Mr. Donkers will introduce tonight's recipient.
And I'm here to present the 2020 PHS Graduating Male Athlete of the Year award. This award recognizes the entire career of an athlete at PHS. This year, we have 3 outstanding nominees, Brad Schaefer, Josh Thomas, and Cam Widiak. This list includes captains, Kawasa champions, and overall fantastic multi-sport athletes. Brad played on our volleyball, hockey, and softball teams. Josh contributed to football, basketball, and soccer. But this year's winner is Cam Widiak, a rugby, wrestling, and football athlete. I got to know Cam as a coach and a teacher. Cam is an easy-to-like guy. He's friendly, but pushes his teammates to learn and perform better. He works hard and demands personal perfection, but also wants success for his team. He's also a big Philadelphia Flyers fan, but I won't hold that against him, unless I lose another bet to him where I have to eat a jalapeno. Cam played rugby at PHS for all 4 years. He's a tough kid who's willing to try something new. To me, Cam's progress over that time, from a short, freckled, skinny guy, actually kind of like Freeman, to a strong, level-headed young man, may be what I'm proud of him for most. Rugby's the sport where he's excelled the most, including joining our county's team in one of the most important roles on the field, 8-man. As a coach, he became a mentor for the younger players on the team. This was the first year in my career that I promoted an active player to the role of assistant coach. Cam took this in stride, and the other players responded well. My fondest memory was last year when we played Saugeen who was the eventual Kawasa champion. Cam played possessed, making every tackle, moving the ball up the field, covered in mud on a rainy, dreary April day. All of this as a grade 11 athlete. Over the 4 years at Preston, Cam scored the most points in his age group and made the most tackles. Widiak was also a vital part of the PHS wrestling team. Only playing in grade 9 and 10, there were not many competitors in his weight class across Wixa. Cam ended up wrestling against older, taller, ferocious, hairy, more experienced grade 12 students. His leg takedowns, ankle picks, and full Nelsons, he was a force out on the floor, usually finishing within the top 10. Perhaps my fondest memory of Cam was back in his grade 10 year. In football, Cam eventually became a mainstay linebacker and running back on the senior team. But in grade 9, He started as a little cornerback against much taller receivers. Back to grade 10. We made it to the playoffs. We just finished a long regular season. It was late October. Weather begins to turn. The ground begins to harden with frost. And sure enough, we had to play our crosstown rivals in the playoffs again, the Jacob Hespeler Hawks. The night of the game would petrify any lesser human. Snow was flying horizontally. The wind would howl across that field. As our 20-member team marched across the 55-yard line, we would see more than 60 players on the opposite side. This is when Cam got to work. Rallying both the offense and the defense, Cam was a one-man show, putting fear into the hearts of the Jacob players. That Jacob team had not been scored on all season, yet we found ourselves tied at halftime 14-14. We would ultimately go on to lose the game, but we had a chance because of him and how he inspired the other players. Cam is deserving of this award. He's the kind of person who has made the most out of high school, whether it be in class, on the field, or when I eat a jalapeno. I'll always remember Cam with fond memories. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all our major award winners. I know this banquet is different this year, but we couldn't let this opportunity pass us by to recognize our grade 12 athletes. We are so thankful for all of your hard work and dedication you have given to Preston Athletics over the past years. We will miss you as you move on, but remember, once a Panther, always a Panther. We have put together a little tribute video for you guys, so sit back and enjoy the times you have had at Preston.
It's the Preston Panthers' last game of the season, with many highlights no one will ever forget. We would like to pay tribute to our PHS athletes. Something very special has happened within Preston Athletics over your past high school years. Much more was gained than just wins. Thank you all.
It is true the school will feel weird next year without you all there, but we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. We would now like to have a few closing remarks from the school administration and a message from your coaches.
Good evening, Preston Panthers. While our ceremony this year can't be quite the same as usual, it is still a real honor for me to be included in this year's virtual athletic banquet. And I would like to take a moment to thank all of the students and staff who have worked hard to pull this evening together for us, to provide us with a chance to celebrate in June the contributions of all of our Preston athletes. Tonight, we celebrate each and every one of you, our Panther athletes. Thank you for being a part of our athletic tradition at Preston High School and for representing the Preston community so well. You help to make our school feel like the vibrant and diverse home away from home place that it is, and we appreciate your contributions. To our graduating students, you have been an important part of life and specifically our athletic program for the years that you've been with us. And I know that you will keep Preston in your heart as you move on to whatever life brings next. We thank you for the role that you've played at our school and wish you the very best in your next adventure. Finally, as your principal, I am so grateful to our Preston coaches. These coaches volunteer their time and energy because they believe in the power of sport on young people. Without them, athletics at Preston would not be possible. And so I would like to thank our coaches, each and every one of them. Thank you, Panthers. I'd now like to turn things over to those very coaches we were just thanking. Here they are.
Thank you, Panthers, for an amazing year.
Sure, the year didn't go quite as we expected.
We wish we could all be together celebrating in the CAF right now.
It's important we continue to do our part.
This year has had some unforgettable memories, and it's certainly one we'll always remember.
To all of our graduating athletes, thank you.
Thank you for being a proud Preston Panther.
Thank you for being leaders in our school and on our teams.
Thank you for wearing the maroon and gray proudly.
Remember, once a Panther, always a Panther.
We will miss you and wish you the best.
Don't be strangers when this is all over. Please come back and visit.
To all our athletes, we miss you too.
And we are proud of all your accomplishments this year.
We can't wait to be back in the gyms, courts, fields, and ice rinks.
We will be there, ready to practice, laugh, and compete with you.
Until then, Panthers, stay safe and know that your coaches are always here.
Panther pride can't be beat.
See you soon, Panthers.
See you soon.
We'll see you soon, Panthers.
See you soon.
See you soon.
See you soon, Panthers.
Panther pride can't be beat.
Thanks for tuning in, Panthers, and we'll see you soon.